Today's video shows how to run, get ready, 16-bit legacy Windows 3 and 9X applications and games in Windows 10 or 11 64-bit. Can you believe it? So let's see how this is done. Thanks for the Retro Machines community on Facebook for this information. I asked the question and they certainly delivered. So let's have a look what we've got with this video today. So in the link I provided in the video description, download this from this GitHub page. Scroll down, actually scroll back up until you can find the releases candidate here, which is over on this side of the page. Download it from the assets section. It might be a different version by the time you watch this video, but as a recording, this is the version you're going to need. Download this. Once you've downloaded that, what we're going to do is we're going to use our favourite decompression utility. For some reason I haven't got WinRAR installed on this machine yet, but that's my favourite one. But yeah, just use anything, you can use anything, just like the built-in Windows. Extract it to the C. The route to the C drive is probably the easiest method of doing this tutorial, so do that, and you should have your new extracted folder called whatever that says, I can't read it, auto or something. And what we're going to do is we're going to just click on this install, press run, and it won't do much. It would just ask for authorization, and it would just come back to this screen. So it looks like it hasn't done anything, but I promise you it has, because when you go into wherever you've got your 16-bit applications, such as the original Sinclair, the original Windows Solitaire, I actually extracted all these from the Windows 3.1 DOSBox installation I've got, and I've got them all in a folder. But yeah, as you can see now, when I go into if I could navigate this properly, Solitaire, wherever you are, wrong folder, Paul, wrong folder. I've decided not to edit the video because I just find it more amusing. But yeah, it's very easy to do. I have got it in, so we'll get there eventually. Solitaire, is that the one? I think it is. And as you can see, Solitaire running on Windows. Solitaire for Windows 3.1 running on Windows 11 64-bit, the most recent version of Windows 11. So yeah, if you've got nostalgia for the old Windows 3.1 Solitaire, this is for you definitely. So let's close out of that, see if we can run any other apps for Windows 3.1. Let's have a look. File Manager, there it is, working perfectly fine. Normally Windows 11 would complain about an error about unable to run this app on this PC, but once you do this, we've even got Windows 3.1 Paint. Do you remember this back in the day? Now I know what, like I did do a small disclaimer at the start of the video in text saying that it's not natively running. It probably isn't natively running, it's probably using some sort of emulation trickery. But I find it so cool that you can just run them like this without having to install Windows 3.1, without having to install a virtual machine or anything like that. Just double click them on the Windows 11 desktop. Let's have a look at, right, there it is, perfectly running fine. So not everything works, but the majority does. We've got Program Manager, which also works. I wouldn't mess around too much with Program Manager though, progman.exe, because if you close it, it tries to close the host system as well. I'll show you what I mean. Let's make a program group. Let's just call it with a weird name, and I'll show you what I mean. Just get through this bit. Got our Solitaire icon. It doesn't update the icon, sadly. I don't know if that's it's bug or you have to refresh or something. I was just quickly playing around with it at this point. But if you were sort of close down, as you can see, Solitaire launches perfectly fine from frogman.exe. If you close down, it says this will end your Windows session. And even if you do it on the X button, and then it tries to shut down Windows 11. So yeah, I found that quite funny actually. What else we got? Obviously the old calculator works fine. Do you remember the old Windows 3.11 calculator? I have tested this with other applications as well, and even Windows 95 and 98 applications, some of them do work. Don't expect like massively 3D FX games or anything to work. That's not what this is designed for. I actually did test a Windows 2.0 application, and that seemed to launch as well, which was kind of unexpected. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Not everything will work, it's not 100%, but I find it quite cool you can run the original Solitaire on it. That's quite cool, because Windows 7 and above, they went for the Microsoft Solitaires that were a lot different than the older versions, so I found that kind of neat. If you're a big fan of the original Solitaire, this is definitely for you. What else we got? So as you can see, Ski Free works just fine. Do you remember Ski Free? It looks weird in the high resolution of my display. I'm running at 1080p, but yeah, it does work. It works fine. Normally, if you try and launch Ski Free on Windows 11, otherwise it would just say this app cannot run on your PC. So I kind of like this. I think it's kind of cool. Let's have a look. And surprisingly, Chips Challenge actually works, and even the music works. There's no music in my video on this game because it's not capturing the desktop audio, but the MIDI music actually does work, depending on your sound card, of course, even in Windows 11. So I thought you'd find that interesting, a bit of Windows 16-bit applications running on Windows 11. So thank you for watching, have a pleasant evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!